Tonight at the Ciutat de Valencia, Real Madrid did more than win a match, they delivered a message. The scoreboard read 4-1, but the mood in the stadium and across the league was that something significant had shifted. Xabi Alonso's side remained perfect in La Liga, and they did it with style, with urgency, and with a balance that suggests this team can sustain a long run at the top. The game opened with Madrid setting the tone. Possession was purposeful rather than idle, passes carried intent, and the team looked like a unit that understands how it wants to impose itself. Vinicius Jr. was the player who punctured that first fragile equilibrium, collecting a clever pass, accelerating into space, and finishing with the kind of clinical touch that reminded everyone of his best days. That goal was important not only on the scoreboard but psychologically, a talisman regaining rhythm and a dressing room visibly lifted. Minutes later, the young Franco Mastangiano, still in his first weeks wearing the white, showed why youth recruitment matters, following a quick break and converting with the composure of someone older and accustomed to pressure. His first goal for the club was greeted like the arrival of fresh ammunition for an already loaded squad. Levante, battling at home, answered after the break when Ita Ayong found a header and gave the crowd a lift, a moment that suggested the upset might be possible. The hope was short-lived because Real Madrid responded the way champions do, immediately and ruthlessly. Kylian Mbappé, who had been a constant threat, won a penalty and executed a cheeky Panenka that was both a finishing touch and a statement of supreme confidence. Before Levante could regroup, the same Mbappé broke away, danced past a defender and slotted a second strike 3 minutes later that all but buried the contest. Those two strikes in quick succession turned Levante's moment of belief into stunned silence and restored Madrid's control. Beyond the goals, the match told a larger tactical story. Xabi Alonso rotated excitement but did not dilute identity. Pressing triggers, transitional speed and off-the-ball discipline were visible across the pitch, signalling a coach with a clear blueprint and players buying in. Vinicius' interplay with the midfield and his understanding with attackers eased pressure on Mbappé and allowed the Frenchman the space to be devastating when the moments came. The teenagers' composed finish, the veterans' regained touch, and the superstars' cold finishing. Together they sketched a roster with depth and real firepower. For Levante, the positives will be modest but genuine. Resilience, a moment that sparked the stadium and a reminder they can terrorize teams on occasion. Reality, however, is that top opponents expose recurring issues. Defensive transitions and set-piece protection remain areas to fix. For Madrid, the immediate takeaway is momentum. 6 wins from 6 in La Liga is more than an unbeaten stat. It's a psychological lever that changes how rivals prepare and how pressure accumulates. The team walked off confident rather than relieved, and that posture matters as the calendar fills and the big fixtures approach. Individual headlines will go to Mbappé's brace and Vinicius' goal and assist, and to the teenager whose name will now be spoken in Bernabeu corridors with encouragement rather than curiosity. But the lasting storyline is about balance, a coach rotating intelligently, a squad responding in kind, and a front line capable of turning hope into despair in a few decisive moments. Tonight, Real Madrid didn't just earn 3 points, they sent a challenge out across Spain. They are here, they are dangerous, and the title race just got more intense.